Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. In times like these, it is really easy to get distracted by all of the bad news around us. Well, we're here to share good. Noonan Local is a community of small business owners that are rallying together during this trying time to support one another. And grazing here, when meat was hard to find in the grocery store, they saw the need and started selling groceries right out of their restaurant. Thank you for all that you've done. This weekend, we had the opportunity to talk to someone who's been involved in an organization that's been sharing good for a long time. We're honored to bring that conversation to you now.
Hey, Tammy, great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Would you please just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you're doing to share good in our community?
I'm a mom to 3 great kids. I'm a daughter to a fabulous mom, a sister. I'm in a fabulous small group. I work full-time, and I'm a widow. I'm a military widow. And I'm also, because of that, now a mentor in the community.
Phenomenal. And what are you right now doing specifically, and who are you working with to be a mentor?
So I volunteer with an organization called TAPS. It stands for Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. And they're charged with providing comfort, care, resources to all of those grieving the death of a military loved one. Yeah. Personally, for me, I serve as a peer mentor, one-on-one. I'm kind of connected with other military widows. I have them share their story with me when they're ready. And then I also lead a Peachtree City community care group where we serve over 900 military families in this region. It's just a way where you can kind of get together and safely exchange your stories. Share your loved one, share his name, his or her name, and just experience the life and trials that you're going through with one another, kind of healing together, discovering ways that we can honor our loved one, just being their footprint in the world.
And tell us why this is why you're so passionate about this, why you were connected, even maybe a little bit about David, your late husband's story.
We were married for 16 years. We met at West Point, New York at the military academy, and he was an Army reservist who would constantly get himself deployed. His last deployment was to Iraq. It was never supposed to happen. We were going to kind of come back to the U.S. and ride out his last 2 years to retirement in a quiet way, and that just wasn't in the cards for us. He got orders about 12 days after we moved here from Germany, and he ended up passing from glioblastoma multiforme due to toxic exposures that he experienced in Iraq. So I have kind of taken David's death, and I kind of see myself as his emissary, his legacy, taking care of other families and soldiers that he can no longer physically do.
And so how can we help possibly to engage with how you're sharing good in the community? Is there any ways that we can help support what you're doing?
I think, the power of prayer is always welcome. Yeah. I think it's just an understanding that when you lose someone, that it's not over. You don't move on from this. It's a journey. And we're really looking for people to walk alongside us in that journey.
Right.
And just being there, letting us share our stories about our loved one, because we love to hear the sound of their name.
Wow.
Even though they're no longer physically here, they're still imprinted on us.
What does Memorial Day mean to you, Tammy?
It's drastically changed for me. It's about honoring those that have fallen, providing our freedom. And like I said, it's a small group of men and women who step up to do that for us. So I'm really struck by that and their service to us and all that they sacrifice, being away from their families. It's to give it all. It deserves a special day. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, no question about it. And it gets forgotten by so many people, just that we get lost in like any other holiday, right? And you lose the meaning. It just becomes a day off, and it should be a day on just to pray, to think about those, to maybe make a phone call to someone you know, right? I mean, that would be,
to share those stories, those photos. It's a great time for honoring a life.
Well, thank you, not just for the good work that you do, but for the great work that you're doing through TAPS. And just thank you for joining us and helping us remember what Memorial Day is all about, and for us to remember our heroes that lay down their lives so that we can experience the freedoms that we enjoy and that we experience in this country. So thank you, Tammy, so much. Really appreciate all that you're doing to share good in our community.
You're welcome.
We hope that what you just heard encouraged you. And if you see somebody sharing good in the community around you, tell us about it. Post it with the hashtag #ForTheSouthSide. Thank you for joining us. Remember, look for the good that's happening all around you.